Are you a vendor at markets or want to be a vendor at markets and are looking for some fresh new patterns to have in your booth? Well, today I am going to be sharing some of the new patterns that I'm adding to my arsenal of crocheted items. And if you don't do markets, these patterns are still for you and they're amazing. Honestly, I'm right in the thick of preparing for several markets. I have 2 this month, 1 next month, and the 1 following after that. And I have items that I've had for quite a while, and I'm kind of tired of taking the same things. I like to do things that are fresh. And I have found several different things that I have enjoyed making, and they are on repeat for me. And today I'm going to be sharing those with you. First market that I'm doing is themed, which is super helpful. Glam, ghouls, or flowers. I can't remember the wording of it, but that gave me an idea of several different things that I could make. So I am not even gonna go in any particular order. I'm gonna just share with you the things right now that I don't have tagged, and then I'm gonna pull out some things to show you that I've already tagged that are on repeat. So the first thing I want to talk about are these amazing flowers. This is a cute little pillow. It's by Bobble and Blooms, and this uses blanket yarn, and you could do any color combination that you want to, but I intend to make this. This is blanket yarn, and I'm going to be making it in XL Parfait Chunky. I can't even say that right, or even Sweet Snuggles. I have some of that I'm going to be using in a color combo to make these pillows. They work up semi-quick, but they're also a very cute thing that I am excited to add to my booth, and I think it's going to draw it in. You can't maybe see that. Let me see if I can get it to focus. But the yarn on the top is a little bit of a glitter yarn. Another pattern by Bobbles and Blooms, try and say that 5 times fast, is this cute little granny square. And I decided to add it to this bag. Now, she inspired me on her Instagram to make little bags. And so I have several different crocheted granny squares that I made for other projects that I just added to the front of these bags. Now I have, let's see if it'll focus. There we go. Now I had some yarn that I was using up because I used it for another project. Here's another one that's just a random square for something else. So I like how that one turned out. And I'm just going to sell these. I'm going to hang them up and see how they do. The next pattern that I have on repeat is by Pawgsly Place. I like to have smaller items in my booth so that if little kids come in and they have just a little bit of money. Now this item's going to be a little bit more expensive because there's 2 pieces to it. But I like to have smaller items so that the kids, when they come through, look and see something that they can possibly afford. So I have several of these, and you can mix and match however you want to, but they're very, very cute. Kitties that have a little kitty house. There we go. Little kitty house, and he just sits right back in there. So there's this one. And then I tried to make him as different. This is a tuxedo. Another one. Okay. And this guy's kind of cool because he has stripes on his back. Then I made this one pink. And this is supposed to be a sphinx, but because he has bigger ears, looks like a little rat, but so cute. So with these, I haven't decided how much I'm going to price these either, but I like that if somebody comes up, they can switch the little dolls. Tip that I would give when you make animals, it's really fun as creators to make dolls and things in different colors that they aren't actually the color. It's really fun to experiment with colors when you're creating different things. But if you're selling at a market, it's really important, or if you're selling at a market, if you're selling these at a market, I would say stay true to the color that the animal is. So I made one in here that was pink, made one that was orange. That's before I did a little research and I went, oh, maybe I want to make sure that these little creatures are also the regular color. The pattern from Pawgsly Place is, there we go. And then here's the cream one. These worked up pretty quick too. Again, these need to be priced. I have a lot to work to do, but I still have a few days, so I will be just okay. I found one more that I want to share with you. It's this cute little brown one. He's just brown. So these are adorable. These work up, and some of them have safety eyes that are colored, and some are just plain black. It was just what I had in my stash. I just used it, just using it up. The next pattern I want to talk about is a pattern. Axolotls are really, really popular, and I actually had never made one before, and then I ended up making this one. And then I made a larger one like this. This one I decided to pay for the pattern. This is a pattern from Jade. I really like her patterns and they're written well. The only difference between these two axolotls, besides the color, is I used the Sweet Snuggles or Parfait Chunky with this, and then I used just regular chenille yarn with this one. So this next pattern is a free pattern and is by DrChoco, and it is Spark the Mini Dragon. Now, dragons are super popular. I enjoyed making these. These took a little bit longer to make, but I really love the detail in them. And I love that the little feet, and look, just so cute. And I decided to use colored eyes on this one. There we go. I don't know if you can see. There we go. And then I did a mint and green one here. There we go. Speaking of dragons, I have this dragon. I made several of these. These are from Crochet by Genna. And I decided, I don't know if you can see the eyes, I decided to do painted eyes and the sinker eyes on these. The pattern is a free tutorial, but there's also a paid version for it. So if you don't want to sit through the whole tutorial, you can do that. So here is a pink version and a blue and orange version. Get the eyes in there. See if I can get the eyes. Can you see the eyes? The eyes are really cool. They're kind of like orange and blue. There is, of course, a red dragon, because why wouldn't you do a red dragon? And his eyes are really cool. There we go. They're gold. So here did the pink one. Now this is, I like this one because it kind of looks like a watermelon. So here's this one. And the eyes, a good view of the eyes. These are going to be super popular. I've had a lot of people compliment and comment on these when I post them in social media. So I've made 4 of these. I don't think I have any more. They take a little bit of time to make, but they turn out so cute because the detail is awesome and the instructions for the pattern are really. Now this next one I've had so much love. I actually sold 2 of these because I was sharing my market prep. My dogs love to be with me. I was sharing my market prep on my Instagram and sold 2 right away. So this next one is Poppy the Frog. And you gotta love Poppy the Frog. I think it was the eyes, but look at the little toes that just are so cute. So I just went online and got ideas for different colored frogs. So these came out of my already labeled ones. Here's another one, pink one with pink eyes. There we go. Then the tree frog. I think the yellow eyes look really cute for a tree frog. I sold another one that was identical to this guy, and I decided I had to make another one. And this color is called Sage, and they don't make it anymore. And I was so sad. I thought I was out of it. And I went through my stash in a random upstairs closet and found a whole nother skein of it, so I can make more of these little frogs. But I also like to make cactus out of the same color, so we'll see how that goes. But this guy, I think it's going to do really well as well in my next pattern. I think it's going to be super popular again because people love kitty cats. And that pattern, the pattern I'm talking about, is by the Wonder Crochet. And this guy, if you can see, has green eyes, a calico kitty. And then this is before I did my little research, and he is with little flowered yarn. I think he'll be fun. Okay. And then I have a gray kitty. And I love the little whiskers on this one. Then I have, oh, he's got sparkles all over him. I gotta brush him off. Might need to take some tape when I go. But an all black kitty with green eyes. So he's a little bit harder to see, but I like his pads. I think if I was going to do this again and it was for Halloween, I would do purple on the bottom. I think that would be fun. And then the last one that I got finished was this Siamese kitty. And I think he turned out pretty cute. Next one. The next pattern I want to talk about, I was totally enabled because I love little creatures for Halloween that are not terrifying. And this is by Frankie's Stitches, and the pattern is called My Pet Goblin. I love how he looks so much better in person, but the darker colors are a bit harder to see on camera. But absolutely adorable in person. And this one, I love how this one turned out. I think I love the little ears, little nose, just a super cute, and you could just sit them up on a bench, you know, or a shelf or something. These turned out adorable. So pretty quick to make. What more can I say? I love this pattern. So if you're looking for some fun little something. Next pattern that I want to talk about is by Sierra's Stitches. Now, as you can see, it'll focus, there we go. I have made all different colored roses. These come together pretty quick. And I do have a black one, a dark purple one. I want to make some red ones. So that is on my list of to-dos. Now, what's awesome about these flowers, I don't know if I want to take a fragile item into my booth. I have never taken anything that's breakable in there that's like not plastic. And so I really like this vase. I got it for Mother's Day from my kids. And anyway, I need to figure out a way to display these. But for right now, and for my setup purposes, they're going to stay in here. These come together really quickly, and it is a very well written pattern. Take it out so you can see. Maybe let's choose a color that you can actually see. Let's try this one. Now this pattern is in her book, but it's also online. This is her book, Crochet Flowers, and has a bunch of different flowers. So I was looking for something that would come together quickly and that I could make a lot of. So there's other flowers in here that I'm going to make in the future, and I have made, but I'm just not taking them to my market. But I really think that these are going to do well. I have a friend that sells these, and people like crocheted flowers. So I'm going to try and give these a whirl. And really, I enjoy making most of everything that I sell. So if it makes me happy and I make it, and I enjoy making it. So if it doesn't sell, that isn't the right people or isn't the right place. So I'm not too concerned. But I'm going to be talking about are also by Sierra Stitches. She is a master at crocheted flowers. And I love the idea of potted flowers as they don't die. So here is a rose. Look how cute that is. So cute. Put it in the box. And then I have another one. It's a little bit deeper rose. I need to label this one, so I'm not going to put it in the box. I have poppies. Now I don't know that she has, this one was from her book. Okay, these I absolutely adore. Daffodils. There we go, daffodils. And the pots are even cool. So we've got daisies. Look at the pot on this one. It's like a cute little flower. And then the daisies. Then I have lavender. These are more quick to make. It looks super complicated, but it's really not. Then I love the tulips. I made them in all different shades. This is more spring-like, but this more looks like the spring. But I was having fun using up my yarn because it doesn't take very much and very, very cute. So I have a whole bunch of different flowers. And then I have sunflowers because why not? Look how cute those are. And this pot is even more different. They look a little squatty, but really, really cute. So I have several of those, which I'm excited about. If you didn't know, I'm always excited about everything. Another fun pattern by me are these little, you can use them as kitchen scrubbies or hot pads, whatever you want to. I recommend that you make them with 100% cotton yarn. This is a tutorial on my YouTube channel, and these work up really quick. And fun. So yeah, I used mercerized cotton yarn for this, the 24/7 by Lion brand. The next one I'm going to show you, I have literally had on repeat, and I've made, going to make 20, and I've made 19. So here is this cute little purse by Pretty and Pate. I'll just show you the ones that I have on my desk because they're not labeled, so it's like 4 or 5. Really fun little bags. And these are for little kids. Little crochet bags. They can carry their little cute little things in there. And it's like I fall in love with each one I make. So I don't really have a favorite. But those come together rather quickly, like maybe an hour. I have 2 different versions of the next item I'm going to share with you, but this is a free pattern by Bobbles and Blooms, and it's a zipper pouch. Very cute. So there's one version. That was made with acrylic yarn. This one is made with cotton yarn. This one I was using up some really crazy fun yarn inspired by the pattern, and then I created my own. So this is a pattern that I created, and this is a free tutorial. If you don't want to watch a tutorial, there is where you can pay for the pattern. So there's that version, that version, this one is a really cool yarn. It is by Hobby Lobby, and it's I love this yarn, and I think it's like berry something. So if you're liking the variegated yarn, and they have it in different colors, but I just love how this one turned out, and I love this color. I like to wear this color, so it's a good color. I was inspired by several different people, so I can't really give one person credit for this inspiration, but I know that you could run away with this idea. I know that you could make it a plain granny square, but I decided to do a sunburst granny square. And I just made a square and put it on the front of these caps. The caps I bought off of Amazon. And again, I will link those. Now these came from a different kit, hat kit. I asked my young adult family members, and they said they liked the cream on the hat, but I did do some tone on tone different versions of the hats. I also purchased a way to display the hats, like a hat rack, so they could sit, so they're not just on the table. I'm extra, so if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. I also left the plastic in to have them sit up. Now these lighter ones came in a box, and so I had to steam them to get the wrinkles out because they're 100% cotton. And then the darker ones, like this color, they didn't have any problem. So I love this one. Here's your tone on tone. And this is probably my most favorite one, and I think no, this is the second one I made. Just love the green and everything. I adhered them with this right here. This type of glue. I also used this to attach my granny squares to the bags that I made. I hope this video gave you some fresh new ideas for yours, and also just fresh to make something new. I enjoy making new things all the time. I'm like, squirrel, I've got to make something different. What was your favorite item that I shared today? Let me know in the comment. If you have any patterns that you like to use on repeat that are fresh and new to you, go ahead and share those too. Happy crocheting!